There's one type of man 99% of women can't resist. It's not the rich guy, not the bad boy, and it's definitely not the nice guy. Before you click away, stop. Because if you stay until the end, you'll learn a truth about attraction even most women don't realize. This isn't in dating books, not on TikTok, and your friends aren't talking about it. But the men who know it, they're the ones women daydream about when no one's watching. Most guys will click away in the next 10 seconds, but if you stay, you'll hear something 99% of men never figure out. Let's get into it. Sign 1. The man who doesn't flinch. Women don't chase the guy who tries to please them. They crave the man who doesn't flinch. He doesn't chase. He doesn't overthink. He doesn't ask for permission. She's used to guys laughing too hard at her jokes, texting 24/7, trying to be good enough. Then she meets you. You listen without trying to impress. You disagree without apologizing. You don't panic when she pulls away. You say, "This isn't for me," and walk, even if she's beautiful. That triggers something primal. She's not used to it. It scrambles her brain. One of my clients, Mike, a quiet software engineer, met a girl at a tech mixer. Every guy there was orbiting her. She walked up to him. He yawned. Not rude, just real. She chased him for months. That's what happens when you don't flinch. You don't beg. You don't chase. You attract. Sign 2. The mirror. Most men perform. The high-status car, the gym stats, the fake confidence. But one man doesn't perform. He reflects. He's a mirror. She says she's exhausted chasing a promotion. A performer says, "I work harder than you." The mirror says, "Is it worth it?" That's not a trick. That's presence. She feels seen, not sold to, and when a woman feels safe, everything changes. She starts chasing, because now you're the experience. Sign 3. The storm in his calm. He doesn't talk much. He doesn't need to. But when he walks in, women notice. They don't know why. They just feel it. It's the quiet intensity, the stillness, the storm beneath calm water. He holds eye contact longer. He doesn't explain himself. He doesn't fix her feelings. He lets her feel. He's grounded, solid, certain. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Nowhere can man find a quieter retreat than in his own soul. That's who she can't stop thinking about. She doesn't know why, and that's why she keeps coming back. Sign 4. The man who knows when to walk away. This man doesn't ghost. He doesn't play games. But the second something's off, he leaves. No drama, no debate. Just gone. She tests him. He doesn't argue. He just smiles, gets up and walks. She doesn't forget that. Because most guys chase. They try to prove they're good enough. This guy doesn't. He values his peace. A man once told me his girl kept texting other guys. He didn't beg. He said, "Do what you want. But I'm not the guy who waits while someone decides." She laughed. He smiled. Deleted her number. 2 weeks later, she was in his DMs. Too late. He was already gone. Robert Greene said, "The ability to leave without looking back is a power few possess. Master detachment. That's how you win." Sign 5. The man who makes her feel without saying a word. You walk into a room. You don't speak, but she feels you. Not because you're loud, not because you're flashy, because you're present. Your energy is calm, intentional, unshaken. One girl on Reddit said she saw a guy across a party. He didn't look away, didn't smile like a try-hard. He just was. Solid. She walked over to him. Her words, "You look like you didn't need anyone, but I wanted to be the one you wanted." That's power. He didn't chase. He didn't flex. He didn't talk her into anything. He made her feel wanted, not hunted. And women don't forget that. Sign 6. The man who turned his pain into power. Women feel emotional strength, not fake. Toughness, real strength, the kind that comes from facing pain, the guy who's been through hell, heartbreak, betrayal, loss, but he's calm, centered, wise. He doesn't get triggered. He doesn't lash out. He doesn't chase chaos. He's been through it. Now he owns it. One man told me he got cheated on, destroyed him. But instead of breaking, he leveled up, read books, trained, traveled, found mentors. Now, women feel it. Before he even speaks, he's not cold. He's just earned. His pain became his gravity. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." This man made it conscious. And now, he leads. Sign 7. He doesn't overshare, he lets her wonder. Most guys talk too much. They spill their life story on date 1. They think being open is how you build connection, but mystery builds desire. The man she can't resist. He speaks with purpose. He doesn't avoid questions, but he doesn't give everything away either. She asks about his past. He gives a piece, not the whole puzzle. She wants to know more. And that's the point, because women aren't drawn to men who tell all. They're drawn to men they want to figure out. And here's the trick. This isn't about playing games. It's about not needing to be understood. Because he understands himself. He doesn't explain his every move. He doesn't need her to get him. And ironically, that's exactly what makes her chase understanding. Silence becomes power. Mystery becomes magnetism. If you made it here, you're already ahead. Most guys clicked away. You didn't. You're not just looking for tricks. You want mastery, depth, truth. Now you know what women really respond to. Not money, not looks, not charm, but presence, stillness, self-respect, and emotional weight. Start owning your story. Move with certainty. Speak like your matter. Walk like you don't chase, because the right ones feel it. And if you're serious about leveling up, subscribe. This channel cuts through the noise. No fluff, no games, just truth backed by Stoic strength. Drop a comment. Tell me which type of man you're becoming. And remember, a lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. Be the lion. Wait, before you go. What I just told you? That's just the start. Real talk. Unfiltered breakdowns of female behavior, weekly voice notes, behind-the-scenes coaching, and access to men who walk like kings. This isn't for everyone. Just the few who are ready. Once you're in, you'll never see attraction the same way again. Because the man who walks alone walks fast. But the man who walks with a mission becomes unstoppable.